Welcome back to WGTD Facebook Live, 5:01 and counting in this interesting first half. Bill Fritch and Sam Reeves with you. And IT right now is on a drive. They've scored. They've taken the lead 13-6. And that's where we're at right now. Alex Jarvis touchdown run after a turnover by Indian Trail Leo Kaiser. Picked up the football. Bradford's been on a sink so far tonight. Indian Trail has really been moving the football all first half. But the only problem with that is IT only has 13 points to show for it, Sam, and you worry about will it come back to bite them. And again, this is a huge playoff game for Indian Trail, even though it's not a playoff game. If the Hawks win tonight, they're in the playoffs. But for Bradford, their playoff starts tonight. They've got to beat IT. They've got to come back and win this game, and then they got to beat Case next week. Hang in there, fans. We apologize for all the technical difficulties. We're on the air, 13-6. Two receivers near side, one way to the far side for the Hawks. A big third down, 3rd and 1. Garnucci in the backfield, the right of the quarterback, Jarvis. Jarvis takes it himself. He's got the first down, plows forward near the right hash marks, near the, where's it at? 21-yard line. Nice run by Alex Jarvis. 1st and 10, ball at the 22-yard line, Sam, and here comes the Hawks. Back on the first down. Jarvis hands off to the running back, number 14, and he gets knocked backwards, and 14 is Jalen Grant. Grant goes nowhere. 4:22 and counting in this first half. IT leading 13-6 and looking for more. Hurry up offense here. 2nd and 10 from Bradford's 22-yard line. Two receivers near side, two far side. Garnucci in the backfield, right side. Fake. Jarvis takes it 15, and Jarvis plows to the 14-yard line. Alex Jarvis, nice run straight up the middle. And we thank our crew out there weathering this weather. They're doing a great job, Sam. Mention the crew here.
Thank you to Troy McDonald, our director/producer, Ryan Hilberger on camera, Tone Rand on camera, and me, Sam Reeves, on audio, and Bill's fellow commentator for the night.
You are doing an awesome job, young lady. Two
Thank
receivers near side, two far side. 3rd and 2 from the 15. A big play here. Jarvis, pitch to Garnucci. Garnucci near side. Left side gets hammered. Ooh, he got hammered down near the 13-yard line. And who was that made the hit? We're trying to get the number of the player. Did we get a number of the player that made the hit? They're short of the first down. We do know it's 4th and 1, 3:07 and counting. In this first half, IT's leading 13-6, Bradford's homecoming game. Coach Hoffman decides to let the clock wind down here. He's going to have to talk about it. Hoffman's out there talking to the official near the 26-yard line on the far side of the field. Clock still ticking. Now it's stopped at 2:44 to go in the first half. Sam, well, we got a break. Why don't we tell the listeners who we're brought to you by?
WGTD Sports Live on Facebook coverage of the Bradford Red Devils versus the Indian Trail Hawks is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Get a free phone when you make the switch. Visit Cricket at 3454 52nd Street in Kenosha for more details. Educators Credit Union, for the teacher in you. Membership open to anyone who lives or works in the state of Wisconsin. ECU.com. And Gateway Technical College. Be prepared for your future with employer-endorsed career education at Gateway Technical College, gtc.edu. Again, thank you for sticking with us even through all these technical difficulties, which we are trying to work out. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's been an interesting game, but actually it's been dominated first half by Indian Trail Hawks. And
13-6.
I didn't see that coming, but the only problem with Indian Trail is they had a couple of opportunities. The first drive of the contest, I can recall, they marched down and had a 22-yard field goal attempt failed by Jake Laurent. And in a type of game like this, you never know when that's going to come back to bite you. So here we go. Big play here, fans. 4th and 1. Ball at Bradford's 13-yard line. Two receivers spread out to the far side, two near side. Granucci, fake. Jarvis takes up the middle. Jarvis gets near the 13. I don't know if he got it. It looks like he was stopped. It looked like they stopped him. Let's see. IT says they got him. They only needed a yard. Boy, you talk about all-important spot by the officials right here. From here, it didn't look like he got it. The ball is at what? They needed to get where? The 13? They're going to bring the chain gang. They indicated that it's a first down by Indian Trail, but they're still going to measure. Boy, it's close. You talk about football, a game of inches, fans. You've got it right here. This is big right here, Sam. If Indian Trail converts its field goal, they could run this clock down and get a score right before halftime. And if I remember correctly, Indian Trail got the football first to start the game. Now the call is, he made it. First down, a huge first down for the Hawks. Wow. They'll continue this drive. 2:38 to go. They're trying to make it a double-digit lead. Right now it's a touchdown lead for the Hawks, 13-6. One receiver near side, actually two now, going to the near side. To far side. Granucci now goes about 3 steps to the right side of the quarterback. Jarvis, long count, handoff to Gano. Jarvis takes it, and they stop them in the backfield. Who was that shot the gap for Bradford? You get a number, Ellie? Chad? We're trying to get the number of that player. Was that 55 for Bradford? Boy, those numbers are really hard to see. It looked like 55, Jake Lampy. What a nice tackle by Lampy, 55. So it's 2nd and 12 now. Ball at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes and counting. Back to pass, Jarvis. He's got Granucci. Granucci can't make his man miss. He's tackled at the 15. And that was 55 again. Jake Lampy with a nice tackle. That's 2 tackles in a row by Lampy. So 3rd and 13, 1:37 and counting in this first half. The first half. I was right the first time. It's been an interesting game so far. What could have went wrong. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Actually, 2 on the far side for Jarvis. Granucci to his right, or his left. Back to pass, Jarvis pumps, shows him a middle. He's got Granucci. Breaks a tackle, and he gets down to the 4-yard line. Nice pass right over the middle. Jarvis threw that baby in there to Granucci. Granucci took a hit, and how he held on to the football, Sam, I don't know, but that's a big play for the Hawks. What do you think here? Big 4th down coming here? So far, you think it's been going okay for you tonight? You having a good time doing
I am having a great time up here. I mean, besides all the technical difficulties, I think it's going pretty well. An interesting fact that came up, Bradford's theme tonight is blackout, and coincidentally enough, they had a blackout tonight, so that's always ironic.
I'm glad you remembered that. That is very ironic, and they really took it to a new level. I mean, blackout, we were definitely...
They're very committed to their theme. We have to give it to them. Maybe it was planned.
Yeah. So right now, it's a big play coming up here for Indian Trail. And a big play for Bradford. If Bradford can stop them here, only down by 7, and Bradford gets the football, if I remember correctly, to start the 3rd quarter, because IT got the ball first and marched down and missed that field goal. So, yeah, this play right here looms big. 4th and 3 Hawks at Bradford's 5-yard line. Hawks leading this contest 13-6.
About a minute and 10 seconds until halftime as well, so the 2nd quarter is almost finished.
There you go. 2 wideouts near side. Good catch by Sam. 1 near side, 2 far side. Granucci, the lone back to the right of the quarterback, Jarvis. Jarvis calls for the ball. Pitch to Granucci. Granucci tries to make a man miss. He can't. He gets stopped at the 5-yard line. And that's Bradford's football. Granucci could make the first player miss, and Bradford gang tackled him on the far side, and a huge play by the Bradford defense. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better play that time. They had that play sniffed out. So 1:04, the clock is stopped here, Sam, and Indian Trail. Remember that play right there. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them in this contest. You had a golden opportunity to put pressure on Bradford going into halftime. and it's 1:04 to go, and they're gonna get back to play. We'll have at halftime coming up. We're going to talk to the athletic director for Bradford. Adam Silka is going to come and join us. So that was huge. Remember that play. There's a handoff up the middle. Was that Bell? And not much running room there. And they're going to gang tackle him back. Was that 5 on the carry? I didn't see. Yeah, it looked like Marshawn Bell. And I think Bradford looks like they're going to call a timeout here. No, they're going to let the clock run out. Now, if you're IT, do you call a timeout? Looks like they're going to let the clock wind down here. 13-6. Bradford should have to take one more snap from center here. Back at their own 7-yard line. There's a handoff to Darden. And Darden darts his way to about the 15-yard line. Crosshair between the hash marks. And the clock will stop for a moment every time you complete a first down here. Again, Bill Fritsch and Sam Reeves, and Sam doing a great job. At least one thing going right tonight.
Thank you, Bill.
Bob, you're going to have competition here when you get back, my friend. There's a handoff to Darden. Darden drives, cruises up the middle to around the 23-yard line. That should be the end of the first half. So with the score after one half, IT 13, Bradford 6.
Right. We'll be right back. This is WGTD Sports Live on Facebook.
Cricket has something epic for you. Our plan start at only $30 a month. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Plus, switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
We are young, not held by limitation or bound by life. The future is ours. Our destinies are vibrant and bright. Our ability to achieve is as high as our dreaming hearts. We are the heroes, the innovators, the visionaries of tomorrow.
If they're coming into the ER, I want to be able to help them. I can change their life.
We hold the power to make a better future and inspire the change in the world that we want to see.
The earliest picture I remember being at a fire department is my grandpa holding me as a baby with my dad standing next to him, so it's 3 generations of firefighters.
We are young, filled with hope, passion, and determination. We will live to the fullest, embracing our tomorrows today.
Welcome back to halftime. With us a special guest, the busiest athletic director I ever known, Mr. Adam Selko. And Adam, thanks so much for letting us, believe it or not, this is week 8, but our first trip here at Bradford Stadium. And what an interesting night. What could have went wrong. And right now on the scoreboard, Indian Trails leading 13-6 in a must-win situation for your Bradford Red Devils.
Yeah, Coach Rizzo knew it was going to be a tough game coming in. It's been a playoff game for us for the last couple games now, knowing that we have to win out to get into the playoffs. And Indian Trails in the same situation. Next week, I believe they have Franklin. So they know that they need this win this week to have a chance to get into the playoffs as well.
Yeah, next week they play Horlick at home. We'll be broadcasting that game. And by the way, we had an interesting score. Last score we knew in third quarter, Horlick was dominating Franklin 21-0. Who's seen that coming?
Well, interesting score with the game being on a grass field, and Franklin's used to passing the ball and running all over the place, and Horlick's a little better known for running the ball and pushing it right up the middle. So I guess with the weather, anything can happen.
Now, homecoming tonight. Been a lot of good things going on tonight so far besides the blackout in the first quarter. Things happen. It's been pretty successful for Bradford this year.
Yeah, things have been great this year. It's been a great start of the school year. Homecoming week's always exciting for all the kids. You got all the Spirit Week things, the color days, the games at the assembly, the prom court, and all that good stuff. I believe right now they're out there announcing who the Spirit Stick winner is going to be.
And it's been a crazy week for you. I can tell you probably haven't gotten much sleep, probably haven't seen your house or your bed or your family, and here you are. joining us, generous as always, and we really appreciate it, Adam. And real quick, I'll put you to a test here. If you're Matt Rizzo in that locker room, what are you telling your team right now?
Stay focused. Go back to the game plan. Understand the weather's there. Play within yourself and move the ball.
And I remember last year, we were privileged enough to be here at the opening at Bradford. It was a week 6. We played IT, and it was 41-38. We had a chance. Bradford had a chance to win it at the end, and a missed field goal. But I tell you, the way that first quarter was going, I thought we were going back to one of those games again.
Yeah, you never know with the conditions tonight. It might come down to a 2-point conversion late with the conditions, and kicking the ball has been tough for both teams so far tonight.
You've had some good ones here. You talk about Lake Geneva Badger in week 2. Bradford was able to hold that up, and then, of course, that tough loss to Horlick, a game that Bradford wished they could have back. Lost that baby, and then, of course, that tough one on TV against Franklin and a thriller in overtime. So this Bradford Red Devil team is right there on the cusp.
Right. We've been there, for the last 3 years. We've been right there. A great article in the Kenosha News today from Mike Johnson talking about all the great games we've had at this stadium, and it's a year and a half of existence already, and tonight hopefully will be another one, and we'll end up on the right side.
And you heard it from Adam Silko. Don't go away. We still got a whole half to go here, and we want to thank the athletic director for coming up and joining us here on WGTD Facebook Live, and good luck in the second half, and try to get some sleep tonight.
All right, thanks very much.
We'll have more on WGTD Facebook Live after this at halftime.
The Alcatel Pulse Mix is a phone of 2 sides. In the front, this 5.2-inch display, and in the back, a snapback smart cover with LED lights. You might say this phone is business in the front.
Party in the back.
Businessman. Party man. Business. Party. Business. Party. Business. Party. Only $29.99 when you switch to a network you can count on. Cricket Wireless.
Hey Kenji, do you know how to play the piano?
No, I don't.
I'm going to teach you this.
All right.
With more than 140,000 members and counting in southeastern Wisconsin,
Right there.
Educators Credit Union is for people who want to learn to get the most from life.
Okay, yes.
We're all educators in our own way.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good job, you did it.
Educators Credit Union, for the teacher in you.
You're a really good teacher.
Sports Live on Facebook. Bill Fritz, Sam Reeves back with you at halftime as the halftime is winding down a little longer than normal. Our score 13-6 in favor of Indian Trail, but the Hawks did have a chance late in the first half to really put pressure on Bradford, Sam. They failed on that 4th down and 3 where Garnucci was stopped on the far side, and that could be a big play in the game with Bradford trailing by a touchdown.
Indeed. Looks like they're starting to come back out on the field right now.
Looking at some stats here for Indian Trail, Alex Jarvis, the quarterback, 12 carries for 81 yards, and he really had a big first half. In fact, throwing-wise, Jarvis was 4 for 8 for 38 yards, including that big pass play to Garnucci of 15 yards, and Jarvis scored the other Indian Trail touchdown on a 5-yard touchdown scamper. For the Bradford Red Devils, well, Marshawn Bell, 7 carries for 77 yards. Will Darden, 8 carries for 60 yards. And that's been about it. And, statistically wise, Indian Trail should be happy. They seem like they dominate the first half. But then you look at the scoreboard and you go, they're only up by a touchdown. They had chances to really strengthen the game. I can recall the first drive of the game. Indian Trail marched straight down the field, but they failed on that field goal attempt by 22 yards by Lort. And in a game like this that means so much to both of these teams, city pride, both teams want to win this game for bragging rights. And, you never know what's going to happen in this season. This is week 8. There's 1 week left. Bradford plays next week at Case. If Bradford wins tonight, comes back, they win their next 2, they're in. Indian Trail, they win tonight, they're in. If they lose, well, they got to play Horlick. And the last score we got, Horlick was beating Franklin 21-0. Why don't you tell the listeners some information on what our sponsors are?
We just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors. WGTD Sports Live on Facebook coverage of the Bradford Red Devils versus the Indian Trail Hawks is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Get 2 lines of unlimited data for only $80 a month. Visit Cricket at 3454 52nd Street in Kenosha for more details. Educators Credit Union, for the teacher in you. Members have 24/7 banking access with the Educators mobile app, ecu.com. And Gateway Technical College. Graduating seniors explore tuition-free college through the Gateway Promise Program. February 1st application deadline at gtc.edu.
Good job. And again, we want to thank our crew that's out there in this nasty weather. You were out there. What's it doing? Misty or windy?
Well, they're wearing ponchos because protect themselves from the rain. There's plastic bags over all the equipment, so they're really being troopers today. So thank you to Troy McDonald, our director/producer, Ryan Hilberger on camera, Tone Rand on camera, and me, Sam Reeves, audio and commentator.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Now you join my description. And we're going to thank the Kenosha News, Mike Johnson, sir, with the press box on his jam-packed press box. He did a great job. If you checked out the sports section today, great article on some of the historic games here at Bradford Stadium. In fact, when I talked to Adam Selka, he had mentioned Mike's story and a great job with that coverage. And Kenosha News does a great job, period, with high school sports. So we're just appreciate that they mention us, and thank you so much. In fact, I was happy that Bradford let me in the door tonight. So there you go. I thanked Adam Soka. So here we go. This is a very key start of the third quarter. That first drive is very important. Bradford will get the football first. IT will be going towards the north end zone. Bradford will be going towards the south scoreboard. We're getting ready for the second half. And again, we apologize for all the technical difficulties we had in the first half. Besides the blackout, as Sam mentioned, what was it?
Yeah, Bradford's theme actually tonight was blackout, so it is very ironic that we actually had a power outage.
And a blackout. Here's the up man at the 30, and he goes down at around the 34-yard line. So Bradford will start the second half in great field position. Here we go. We will see if this will be one of those games that will be one of them games we'll be talking about, and see what happens here. 11:58 to go, the score, 13-6 in favor of the Hawks. Bradford slowly coming out there. Rizzo trying to get his troops together. Indian Trail has played one heck of a first half. See if they can keep it up. They need one win. Bradford They got to come back and get this one. And next week on the road at Case. There's a handoff to Darden. Darden off tackle. Darden gets to about the 40-41 yard line. And Darden's been having a good game so far for this ball club. Will Darden, number 13, he's a sophomore. Now Bradford got, how many yards did they get? About 5-yard pickup by Darden. 2nd and 5, the ball at the 40-yard line. There's a handoff to Bell. Bell off tackle. Bell stumbling. Bell trying to go forward, and now there's 5 white shirts shoving him back to the 40-yard line. You talk about gain tackling. IT just got in there and filled the gap, and in there for IT was number 37, Dalton Kello. Kello jumped in there and helped finish that tackle. 3rd and 3 for Bradford. Ball at the 42. 11:05 to go, third quarter. Bradford trailing by a touchdown. Out of the gun is Martin. Martin whistles a pass in there. He's got his man that time, or did it go through his hands? And he caught it. And that was number 12, Jazir Woods. And in front of the marker, did he get the first, or is it 4th down? No, they spotted it way back. They spotted it back at the 44, so short by 1 yard. 4th and 1, the Red Devils will go for it. 2 in the backfield. 1 receiver far side, 2 near side, 4, 20 Martin. Martin, long count. Long count. Martin, hand off to Bell. Bell got the first down, he's at the 50. Had to make one man miss, and that man held on to him, and who was that? Was that 27 on the tackle? It looks like, no, number 20 made a great ankle tackle, saved a touchdown. That was Daniel Jones. DJ made a nice tackle. Quickly to the line is Bradford. 1st and 10 from the 50. Handoff to Darden. Darden, first down, 30. He's still going. He's on his feet to the 27-yard line. Will Darden with a dash up the middle. And boy, whatever was said at halftime, Sam, Bradford's coming out here with an urgency on this drive.
We actually just got an update on there's no known cause for why the power went out. However, they rebooted the system, so the lights came back on, and they're going to have an electrician come in on Monday to check it out.
Awesome job. Good job on that, Sam. Why don't you say that again now? They don't know.
Yeah, there's no known cause. They have no idea why the lights went out, but they rebooted the system, and they came back on, so they're going to have an electrician come in on Monday to look at it and see if everything's all right.
And you think, I know we've been having technical difficulties with our broadcast. The weather could have some effect on, you never know. I just blame the power outage on Chad, but usually I get blamed for everything, so Chad says, me, I'm just standing here by you.
It definitely could have been the rain. However, our Wi-Fi system has been messing up lately, so we're trying to fix that. So sorry to everybody viewing, and thank you for sticking with us through all these difficulties as we're trying to work them out.
Exactly. And Bob right now is in nice sunny Florida, probably having a great time, probably having a drink in his hand right now and saying, So here we go. Bradford on a nice drive. 1st and 10 at IT's 27-yard line. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Split backfield. There's a handoff to Bell. Bell up the middle. Bell pounding between the tackles, gets knocked backwards near the 24, 23-yard line. And nice tackle that time by the Hawks. And getting in there was number 44, and that's Zizzarelli. And Chad was good on that. He caught that number change for us. We appreciate that. 2nd and 7, ball at the 24. So he's got the busiest job tonight. Long count by Tony Martin. Martin, fake to Darden. Throws, he's got his man caught. He's at the 15, 14-yard line. And who is that? It was that 19 on the reception for Cody Tostrad. Nice catch by Cody. 1st and 10 at the 15. Hand off to Darden. Darden sloshing on the middle of 5. Darden going towards the goal line. And Darden gets knocked down at the 2-yard line. Nice run by Will Darden. Bradford is knocking on the door to try to tie this baby up. And they're quickly, hurry up offense. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. There we go. 2 in the backfield. Martin, hand off to Bell. Bell slashes up the middle. Bell got the touchdown. He's in. Touchdown, Bradford. Just like that. Couple of passes on that drive, Sam. A lot of running smash mouth football. And Bradford showed the authority on the offensive line. And Bradford showed some life, and now they're right back in this game, 13-12.
just want to say a special thanks to Bob, because even though he's in Florida right now and he should be enjoying his vacation, he's been messaging us with updates, asking how things have been going, and just wishing us luck. So shout out to Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Monty with the extra point. It's got the distance. It's up, and it's good. Monty makes the extra point, and here we go. 9:41 to go in the third quarter, Sam, and it's 13-13.
WGTD Sports Live on Facebook coverage of the Bradford Red Devils versus the Indian Trail Hawks is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Get a free phone when you make the switch. Visit Cricket at 3454 52nd Street in Kenosha for more details. Educators Credit Union, for the teacher in you. Membership open to anyone who lives or works in the state of Wisconsin. ECU.com. And Gateway Technical College. Be prepared for your future with employer-endorsed career education at Gateway Technical College. GTC.edu.
Yeah, Coach Matt Rizzo really getting into it now with his team, really showing, enthusiasm out there, and they know this is a huge game for Bradford, because if Bradford loses this, it doesn't matter what they do against Case. Well, I mean, pride factor, they want to win. But if they can come back and win this baby, they've got something to play for next week. And the Hawks still have a chance to get in the playoffs, but they have to play a really tough team. The Horlick Rebels, who were last score we had, was beating the Franklin Sabres at Horlick Field 21-0. Kind of a surprise score of the night so far. Here we go. 9:41 to go in the game, and we are deadlocked in the third quarter. 13-13. Here's the kick by Asmani. It's going to be taken by the up man, and he called a fair catch. And who was that? Was that 38 for the Indian Trail Hawks, and 38 was Joe Cotton. So Cotton fair caught it. Here we go, 1st and 10 from a 32. So what do you think, Sam, that Indian Trail's got to do? Get back to what they were doing in the first half?
Definitely. I think there's still a chance that we could catch up. However, just honestly, I think it depends on who has the bigger ego at this point. I think that's what's fueling this game so far, especially after the blackout, and Bradford was so desperate to catch up.
Exactly.
And they finally did, so now they're just butting heads.
Jarvis up the middle, not much doing there. And you know what I'm seeing right now, that the line of scrimmage right now has been all Bradford thus far in the second half. They are really dominating the line of scrimmage. So 9:23 to go, ball resting, a 3-yard gain by Alex Jarvis, the quarterback. It's 2nd and 7, ball at the IT 34-yard line. 2 wideouts far side, 2 split to the near side. Granucci in the backfield, little snap. Jarvis whips it over to number 5, incomplete far side. Tried to go to A.J. Bonilla, and Bonilla couldn't get it on the far side. Jarvis had to get rid of that ball. There was plenty of pressure up front by the Bradford defense. Clock stop. 9:06 to go in the third quarter. 13-13. These officials have been busy tonight. Matt Rizzo pacing the sidelines for the Red Devils. Meanwhile, Coach Doug Hoffman across the field, he's really into it. 3rd and 7, ball at the 34. 2 wide out, stagger to the near side, 1 far side, 2 in the backfield this time. Granucci play action. Granucci, I should say, the quarterback Jarvis rolling the near side. Jarvis breaks a tackle, and Jarvis gets tripped up near about the 44-yard line right there. He was tripped up by the Red Devils, number 8, Dominic Glass, on the stop. Kevin says he got the first down. Let's see where they spot it. Yep, Kevin was right again. 8:58 to go, Sam, and that was a much-needed first down for your Hawks. 2 receivers go out to the far side, 1 near side. Split backfield for the quarterback, Jarvis. Handoff to Granucci. Granucci coming near side. Now he cuts inside to the 47-yard line. Great patience by Granucci. And it's really good to see Granucci back this year for this Indian Trail team. He got hurt, I think, week 3 last year. And really having a great season for the Indian Trail Hawks. In fact, coming into tonight's contest, Granucci had 572 yards rushing. So it's good to have Jake back. 2 wideouts far side for Indian Trail, 1 near side. 2 in the backfield. Play action. Jarvis got a receiver out there, overshot everybody. The ball trickles at the 15-yard line. And who's he going to? We're trying to get the number of the receiver. Was that number 9? We'll wait till he gets back to the huddle, but nonetheless, the pass was incomplete. That sets up 3rd and 7, ball at the 46-yard line. Now, that was number 3, the intended receiver, and that was Gordon, the
You
intended
actually
receiver.
made a mistake, Bill. It's Jack, not Jake Granucci.
Oh, okay. Jake.
So just wanted to point that out. Jack.
I don't know why I said Jake. There's a throw over the middle, incomplete. Ball incomplete. And that'll bring up what? 4th and 7, 8:04 to go. That's why we got Sam up here, our Indian Trail guru here.
Yes, indeed.
And we were the first radio station to cover when Indian Trail decided to go to varsity in 2012 in Waukesha. We were there, and I think they played Waukesha West, and that's when we got, we were following Indian Trail then. We also had some great memories with Bradford, including the state championship. Got the cover of Melvin Gordon and Trey Waynes and company. There's a high snap, I should say. The punt's going to go to Washington. Mr. Dangerous picks it up on the hot. Washington makes a man miss. Washington trying to get to the 30. Washington to the 35-40, 45-50, look out. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown, TQ Washington. Takes it to the house. Mr. Excitement, 80-yard run by TQ Washington. Boy, Sam, I mean, that was pretty. Once TQ made the first man miss, he was off to the races.
It was intense.
80-yard touchdown return by TQ Washington. Just like that, Bradford gets a 19-13 lead. Wow. Osmani will kick the extra point. You talk about getting the crowd back here on homecoming, getting the momentum. I think they just did.
Definitely. It's definitely going to get more heated from here on out.
Here's the kick. The extra point splits the uprights. It's good. So now, with 7:43 to go in the third quarter, your score now reads the home team, the Bradford Red Devils, 20, and the Indian Trail Hawks, 13. And I'll tell you, that's like his third or second kickoff return, third touchdown return this year. He had a couple last year. This kid is just something else. TQ Washington. And we talked about how special teams can hurt you, but special teams can also help you. And in this case, Bradford with that big kick return. So now if you're Indian Trail, Sam, what do you think they need to do?
Indian Trail, I think we just need to get our team better. Like, they just need to communicate better. That's definitely been a problem for our team over the past couple of weeks. And honestly, just keep their heads up, because once they see them like falling behind, they often just lose hope, and you should not do that.
Well, let's see what happens here. 7:43 to go, and it's 20-13. But when these two teams meet, it seems like, Katie, by the window, you throw out the records, and we've seen it last year where Bradford battled back but missed a field goal to lose 41-30 in the inaugural opening game here at this Bradford Stadium. And this stadium, as the Kenosha News reporter Mike Johnson pointed out, there's been some, this stadium's only been open, a year and a half? And there's been some really good football games. And this is, believe it or not, this is our first game back here at Bradford Stadium this season. I was checking my records and stuff today, and I was like, wow, week 8, first time we've been at Bradford Stadium.
I think we've mainly been at ITA, right?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Two games at Tremper.
A couple of games at Tremper. The ball bounced out of bounds near the 10-yard line, so the Hawks will have a long drive here with 7:43 to go in this third quarter. And did we ever figure out how long that delay was in the first quarter?
No, we did not. I think it was around like 10 minutes maybe. That's just a guesstimate, though.
And now they're going to spot the ball to the 35-yard line. Granucci back in the backfield. Let's see who else is going to be back there for the Hawks. They're going to send number 15 to the near side. That's TJ Bradford. There's Granucci up the middle. Granucci twisting, turning. Not much there. Bradford defense stormed in on that time. 3 black shirts there. Granucci ran behind big old number 74, and that's Cullen Misko. He's 6'10", 260. 2-yard pickup by Granucci. 2nd and 8, ball at IT's 37-yard line. Hawks now trailing in the game, 20-13. Two receivers near side, two far side. Long count. Jarvis takes himself. Alex up the middle behind that line. Gets what he can to around the 43-yard line. Nice run by Jarvis. No flags that time. And the clock ticking here, 6:53 and counting. What a job by this offensive line for Indian Trail. Looking at these guys, big fellows out there. 52 are the man in the middle. That's Ben Samar. Clock still ticking. Third quarter, 2013 Bradford. Got a good one here. TQ Washington. 80-yard kickoff return. There's Jarvis fake. Jarvis gets hammered down at the 45-yard line. Jarvis, I tell you, Bradford is really staying at home right now on the defensive side.
Actually, fun fact, Bill, number 14 for Indian Trail, Jalen Grant, he almost was not able to play today due to abdominal strains. He went to the hospital earlier this week, and his doctor told him if he wasn't better by Thursday, he could not play. However, he did get cleared yesterday, so he is on the field right now.
That is good news. In fact, he had an 80-yard kickoff return last week in that dismal loss to their last game. There's a handoff. I should say Jarvis up the middle. Gets to the 48-yard line, but that's good fact right there, and Grant is back in there, and you know he wants to be one on this side of the coin to be a spoiler against Bradford.
Say what about Jalen?
2nd and 4, ball up the 49-yard line. 5:47 and counting, 20-13.
Another update on Jalen. He's only been in a few plays today because he cannot play much due to his injury, so he was actually just taken off the field. However, he has been a trooper and very dedicated, resting hard and everything just so he could make it tonight for this game.
Good job by our staff down there. Great work. And there's Jarvis gets knocked backwards at the 49-yard line of Indian Trail. And who was that shot the gap? Let's try to get a number here. Was that Glass, number 7? Oh, let's see. Or was that 15? 15, Nolan Day shot the gap for Bradford. Also there was Glass, number 7. So it's 3rd and 6 from the 49-yard line. IT's offense right now, they need a big play here. You don't want to give it back to Bradford after that touchdown on special teams. Jarvis, quarterback draw. Jarvis gets gobbled up right there. And who was that? Was that number 8? It looked like number 8, Dominic Glass, shot the gap. Glass. Wow. And that's 4th and 6. Jarvis had nowhere to go. He got thrown down, and now interesting call by the Indian Trail Hawks. Okay. And Coach Hoffman, what do you do here? Yeah, Coach Hoffman's going to keep the Indian Trail offense out there on 4th and 5, Sam. This is a huge play, ball in midfield. Long count now by Jarvis. Drops back. Got time this time. Now the pocket's breaking down. Jarvis gets knocked down from behind. He got pushed forward to the 48-yard line of Bradford, but that's not enough. The Bradford defense held. And look at Coach Rizzo. He's out there handshaking his defense. It's been what a difference in the two halves. You got the feel in the first half that IT was pretty well dominating, except when I told you about that last drive where they had a chance to go up by 2 scores and they were stopped. Now, on the other side of the coin, they just tried a first down, try on 4th down, and they failed. Now here comes Bradford. Martin with a handoff to Darden, and Darden gets spun down in the backfield, and a nice play by Indian Trail. But you look at that and the way the second half is going, but then that big special teams kickoff return by TQ Washington really got Bradford really back in this game. Now, if you're IT, they need a turnover to change the momentum. Let's see what happens here. 2nd and 9 from midfield. Tony Martin hands off the Glass. I should say the big guy. And he breaks the tackle 45-40. He's at Bell at the 30. He's at the 25. Bell still going. He's at the 15. Bell, Marchand Bell gets knocked down at the 12-yard line. Finally getting him down for an Indian Trail Hawks, number 20, Daniel Jones. But a big, big rumble by Bell. My goodness. Do you, being a student at IT, you know a lot of these guys, a lot of these players?
I actually know a decent amount. I have a few friends on the team and kids I see every day in class, and they were asking about our live stream, actually. They were asking, hey, do you ever mention us and everything? And I was like, you should totally check us out because we do.
Darden on that last carry, but keep going.
Yeah, so like they were asking like, yo, can we like see this stream? So I was like giving our live stream and plugging it for them. So hopefully they'll share this around because I mean, you want to brag about being talked about online. Everybody does.
I like that. 2nd and 10 from the 10. So we get an inside job by Sam there. She'll let us know. There's a handoff to Bell. Bell up the middle to about the 7-yard line where he's gang tackled there by the white shirts. And getting in there for Indian Trail was number 57 on the stop, Connor Fenrick. We mentioned his name a couple of times in the first half. 3rd and 3, ball at the 6. Long count. Martin and Tony. Who did he give it to? Was that Bell? Nothing doing. Back to the line of scrimmage. Bell got the ball and not much there. That'll bring up 4th and 3. Ball at the 6-yard line. And now are they bringing in the kicking unit? Looks like they're going to go for a field goal. No. Rizzo said, no, come back, guys. He's going to keep his offense out there. This is a huge play now. 4th and 3. Ball at IT's 5. Bradford up 20-13. 2:02 to go. Handoff to Darden. Darden darts inside on the right side. Did he get into the end zone? No, but he should have enough for a first down. It should be 1st and goal for Bradford. 1st and goal from the 3. Boy, now if you're Indian Trail, Sam, you really got to dig in here. If Bradford gets a touchdown here, they go up by 2 scores. It puts pressure on the Hawks.
Definitely. I'm just watching this like to see. Maybe
There's Martin, a handoff to Bell. Did he get in? Touchdown. 26-13. And was that Marshawn Bell? Looked like Marshawn Bell on that touchdown with 1:47 to go. And boy, just like that, Bradford's offensive line hunkered down and really dug down. And what a big drive. Now Bradford's taking over right now. Almani will kick the extra point. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. We're going to put Sam to work here with her spots after this. The kick is up, splits the upright. So fans, 1:47 to go now in the 3rd quarter. Your score, Bradford 27, Indian Trail Hawks 13.
Thank you to our sponsors. WGTD Sports Live on Facebook coverage of the Bradford Red Devils versus the Indian Trail Hawks is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Get 2 lines of unlimited data for only $80 a month. Visit Cricket at 3454 52nd Street in Kenosha for more details. Educators Credit Union for the teacher in you. Members have 24/7 banking access with the Educators mobile app, ecu.com. And Gateway Technical College. Graduating seniors explore tuition-free college through the Gateway Promise Program. February 1st application deadline, gtc.edu.
Correction on that last touchdown. I said Bell. It was Will Darden, number 13 from 3 yards out. So make sure we get that right. 1:47 to go. So Sam, now Indian Trail's in a position they didn't want to be. They're down by 2 scores. And again, you go back to that first half. They had a chance to go up by 2 scores, and they failed on that 4th and 5, I think it was, or 4th and 3. So now the pressure goes back on the Hawks. Let's see what Indian Trail can do.
Hopefully they can use this as motivation rather than giving up.
Oh, I don't think they'll give up. Coach Hoffman is really done a great job taking over for Coach McKay. Well, Monty kick. Oh, nice end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 12. He's at the 15-20. Cuts inside 25-30. Still going. 35. He's at the 40. Nice return by number 14. And that is Jalen Grant. And Grant, we mentioned last week he had that big kickoff return, and you talked about Jalen.
Yeah, he had an injury this week, abdominal strains, and so it's really amazing to see him back on the field and playing and giving it his all. He is really dedicated to this sport.
Absolutely. 1:40 left in this 3rd quarter. Let's see what Indian Trail does here. You don't want to throw out your offensive playbook. You're down by 2 scores. I think you want to kind of stay with it a little bit here. One receiver coming out to the near side for the Hawks. Looks like 3 to the far side. Is that Ganucci? Near side to the quarterback, Jarvis. No, that's 14. Grant, fake. Jarvis takes it. So Grant playing hard. He's in there. Good fake. Jarvis up the middle. You know, take the clock down here, Sam, and you don't want to change the game plan down by 2 scores. Chip away, get a score here, and let your defense get the ball back to you. There's plenty of time to go, but if you're Bradford, you want to get a score here. You don't want to get Indian Trail's offense going. 2nd and 9, ball at the 44-yard line of Indian Trail. First, third quarter winding down. Bradford up by 2 scores now. Handoff to Grant. Grant turns the corner, 45. Grant runs into trouble. I'm talking trouble on the 47-yard line. He took a wallop on the far side. 58 seconds to go. A flag was thrown late on the play. Let's see what we call here. Usually when you see a penalty, Sam, back in the backfield, that's usually holding on the offense. And let's see what they called here. They're taking their time with the... But, you know, again, we want to thank our crew for out there for all the technical difficulties that we've had tonight. We apologize to our listeners. This is our first season. We're proud to be on WGTD Facebook Live. And I'm honored to have Sam here helping us out tonight, and our crew around me, Kevin Polchak, my best friend here, and, of course, Chad Bergenson, a good friend of mine. We go back in the old days, back to college when I had hair. That was a long time ago. But, yeah, it's glad to be here, and
we also want to say thank you to everybody out and about. Troy McDonald, our director/producer, Ryan Hilberger on camera, Tone Rand on camera, and I'm Sam Reeves on audio.
Jarvis back to pass. Got trouble now. He's going to try to get out of the pocket. And he lost the football. Did one of the linemen get it or did Bradford get it? Oh, this is a big play right now. Wow. And now a late flag. And, you know, I played the game, and there's some weird things that happen in that bottom of the pile. You don't want to tell your parents there's some weird things that go on in that bottom of the pile of football. But a late flag an early flag got thrown up when they were going for the football. And it looks like they're going to back up the Hawks. And this, we talk about this every week, me and Bob, in our broadcasting career. We covered high school football. And anytime you get a penalty on a drive, when you're starting to get some momentum, those are called drive killers. And it backs you up. But let's see what they called. The referee is pointing towards the IT sideline, and yeah, that penalty is going to go against the Hawks. Chad, what do you think? What do you got there? Holding, or was it a... You heard Chad there? Chad Bergenson, and now, wait a minute, was there offsetting penalties? He's pointing at Bradford, or what? Yeah, let's see what they call here. I told you, Sam, this game had really been weird since the beginning when the blackout, and it's just been... Now they're moving the ball up this way. So that they accepted the second penalty that was against Bradford. All right. I think, who's on first, who's on second? I think we got it here. Nonetheless, it's still second down. The ball's going to be spotted at the 38. Did you get all that, Sam, or what?
I think I got it.
I'm still confused, but that makes two of us. Two receivers their side too far. And now another flag before the play was even snapped. Did they get one? That had to be a legal procedure. Evidently, somebody moved for IT. I'm thinking. Let's see. Yep, legal procedure. Hey, I called one right. Okay, that one I knew. So the clock is, with all that done, the clock is stopped. Now it's picking up. 20-some seconds and counting. Bradford leading now 27-13. Two wideouts for IT. Kind of staggered to the near side. Two far side. One back. That's Gernucci. Fake to Gernucci. Or I should say Grant. There's a pass over the middle. Incomplete. Tried to go to 84 at the 35-yard line. And 84 for the Hawks is Suber. He tried to throw a quick pass over the middle. And Suber, a little too high for Suber. Clock stopped. 10 seconds to go. And have you had any goals? Have you thought about, what are you, a sophomore or junior this year?
I am a junior this year.
Any goals of what you want to do in your career when you graduate? Or?
Well, actually, since working with WGTD, I've been looking to get more into the film industry and radio and everything. I really enjoy working with everybody here, and it's something I really want to do.
There's a pitch from Jarvis to Grant, and Grant goes out to the outside at 38-yard line. Yeah, you've got the intensity. You're good. You've got doing a good job. But that should be... We'll put Sam back to work in a second. That's the end of 3 quarters in the books here at Bradford Stadium. The Hawks versus the Red Devils, and a big homecoming game. The score, Bradford 27, the Hawks 13. We'll be back right after this.
Hey Kenji, do you know how to play the piano?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna teach you this.
All right.
Oh.
With more than 140,000 members and counting in southeastern Wisconsin,
Right there.
Educators Credit Union is for people who want to learn to get the most from life.
So like, okay, yes.
We're all educators in our own way.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good job, you did it.
Educators Credit Union, for the teacher in you.
You're a really good teacher.
Cricket has something epic for you. Our plan start at only $30 a month. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Plus, switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
We're back here at Bradford Stadium with Chad doing the jump around behind me here. I swear I'm in Camp Randall Stadium when Chad's around. Here we go. Ready to start the fourth quarter, fans, and it's been a whale of a game. And we do know we have a listener trying to watch us. Martin's trying to watch us. And we'll get to that. TQ, the danger is standing back. Here's the punt by number 32. The ball's going to take a bounce out of bounds. That's one way to keep TQ from being dangerous. Remember, in that third quarter, Sam, TQ Washington really changed this game with that 80-yard kickoff return on special teams, and that really led to the momentum swing for Bradford, and now they're up by 2 scores, just starting the fourth quarter, 27-13. And if you're the Hawks, you want to play defense right now, and you want to eliminate Bradford from getting a first down, and you want to give it back to your offense. See what happens here. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. The ball at their 34-yard line. Bradford up by 2 scores, but if you're Bradford, you don't want to get too lax. You want to keep the pedal on the metal, as they say. Tony Martin. Darden in the backfield. Number 13. What a job he's done. A man in motion, that's Bell. There's a handoff to Darden. Darden darts up the middle, no pun intended. And now he's going to get knocked down at the 39-yard line. Nice play by the IT defense. We're trying to get a number for you. And usually Chad's on top of that. That's number 44 again. And that was Zizzarelli on the stop. So a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 from the 39-yard line of Bradford. There's a handoff to Darden. Darden darts up the middle, 45. Darden boots in the enemy territory at the 48-yard line. Now, Sam, what you're seeing right now is domination by that Bradford big offensive line. They're starting to get that push, and Bradford's starting to get chunks. 1st and 10. There's Darden again. Breaks a tackle. Darden goes in the middle. Darden moving the pile. Darden still moving the pile to the 35-yard line between the hash marks. My goodness, Darden starting to really get into it behind that O-line of the Bradford Red Devils. 1st and 10 at IT's 37-yard line. 27-13. Handoff once again, and was that Darden again? Got to the 33-yard line. And boy, Bradford starting. This is what you like when you're the home team, you're playing at homecoming. You need this victory to extend your season, to get in the last week. And you got everything going now, and you got the crowd on the other side, IT's crowd quiet. And it's 27-13, Salmon. As a home team, this is what you like. Now, if you're Indian Trail, now did we get a personal foul? Yeah. Personal foul against Indian Trail, so they got to get their heads on straight. And that's not what you want to do. You don't want to give Bradford, who's moved the ball now well in the second half, you don't want to give them an extra 15 yards, which they just did. One receiver near side. When we get back to Sam, we're going to ask her a sports question if she ever thought about doing any sports. Here comes Tony Martin out of the shotgun. Bradford's on the move. And handoff to Bell. Bell off left tackle. Bell still moving the pile to the 10-yard line. Have you thought about competing in any sports at in the high school level on Indian Trail?
I actually have. I almost joined the tennis team this year, but
Okay.
with work and I have so many classes I'm taking, I just didn't have the time, but I'm thinking about trying out next year, actually.
Excellent. 2nd and 5 from the 13. I tried sports, but I usually end up on the bench. There's a handoff to Darden. Darden gets tackled in the backfield, and now it's a scrum as they just battle back and push him back. But this right here, if Bradford gets even a field goal, they go up by 3 scores, could really be difficult for Indian Trail to come back. Substitutions here. Bradford on the move. 3rd and 4, ball in the 14. Again, we think Adam Selko, our athletic director, for giving us a nice spot here, letting us show up here and do this game. It's been a lot of fun despite the difficulties, but our group, our producers have done an awesome job. Heading off to Darden up the middle. Darden shoots best, one man to the 5. Darden moving, and now he's going to get knocked backwards. The domination on the offensive line continues for this Bradford Red Devil team. Last week, Bradford put up 54 points and beat Park 54-0. First and goal from the 7 of IT. You can see the emotion really has gone out of the sail of Indian Trail. Long count. Martin, hand off to Darden. Darden gets near the goal line. Did he go in? And it looks like he got it straight ahead. Yes, touchdown. Touchdown. Second touchdown the second half by number 13, Will Darden. He's a sophomore. And for Will Darden, so far, that's 7 and 8. Now he's got 8 touchdowns so far this year. And Sam, that could be the dagger that Bradford was looking for. I don't want to say it too early, but now it's 3 scores.
Bradford definitely pulled ahead by 3 scores, but I still think that we might have a chance of bouncing back. I know several players on this team, and they're extremely dedicated to this sport.
Asmani, extra point is good, and I hope you're right. I hope it's a good game. And now, with 9:19 to go, the score, the Bradford Red Devils 34, the Indian Trail Hawks 13.
WGTD Sports Live on Facebook coverage of the Bradford Red Devils versus the Indian Trail Hawks is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Get a free phone when you make the switch. Visit Cricket at 3454 52nd Street in Kenosha for more details. Educators Credit Union, for the teacher in you. Membership open to anyone who lives or works in the state of Wisconsin. ECU.com. And Gateway Technical College. Be prepared for your future with employer-endorsed career education at Gateway Technical College. GTC.edu.
And I want to thank Sam for something she did at halftime. She brought me some nice fresh water with this little sinus I picked up this past week with the change of weather and kind of a icky day out there. It's one way to describe it. Icky day in Kenosha. Well, Bob's probably basking in nice sun right now, probably with
he better be enjoying some sun for us, because it's cold and rainy here.
He's probably got a latte in his hand right now and chilling. 9:19 to go in the game, and Bradford's definitely opened up the door. I'm talking open that door up wide with a 3-score lead on Indian Trail. It's been all Bradford in this second half. And what a difference. And, you know, you look at that first half, IT was only up by 7. I told you that they had opportunities, and you look back, but you can't look back now. You got to go forward. You got 9:19 to go, one step at a time. There's the kick. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to roll out of bounds and trickle up where about the 35-yard line. We're still waiting on an update on that Franklin score. The last score we had was Horlick 21, Franklin 0. And if anybody would have... 21-7 now. We just got an update. Thank you, Adam Silka, the AD, for Bradford. 21-7. And, you know, I was surprised with that score. 9:19 to go. Just think, Bradford was leading Horlick at one point in, week 6. They were up, week 3, whatever it was, but they lost to Horlick 24-21. Long count by Jarvis. Let's see what IT does here. Pitch in Zach Carducci to about the 38-yard line, knocked out of bounds. If you're Bradford, you're going to say, okay, Indian Trail, you want to throw a couple of yard pass, we'll let you take that. Let the clock continue to tick here. 3-yard gain by Granucci. Great turnout, Sam, on this homecoming, despite the weather kind of being kind of lousy.
Definitely, the Bradford fan section is definitely full. There's even a lot of parents here tonight.
But then you look across the field, Sam. IT has really shown their dedication since IT's been... Grant tried to make one man miss, and he got knocked backwards. Boy, they're really... Bradford's really taken over that line of the scrimmage on both sides of the ball, Sam, now on the offensive line and now the defensive line. And when you're up by 3 scores, you can kind of put your ears back and go after them. So IT needs a big play to really ignite their comeback here. Down by 3 scores. Don't go away here on WGTD Facebook Live. I'm proud to have Sam Reeves with me tonight. She's really done a yeomanship job tonight.
Thank you, Bill.
Back to pass Jarvis. Jarvis steps up one-on-one on the far side. Oh, there was the play they were looking for, but great tight coverage on the play, incomplete on the far side. They were looking for that big pass play to really ignite the drive, Sam, and they just couldn't quite get it. It's one of those, kind of describe the first half. They were close to breaking the game open, but then they just couldn't quite get over that hump. So now we got a 4th and 11 for the Hawks. Clock stopped at the moment, fourth quarter. 8:06 to go. Bradford still leading 34-13. And guess who's back to return the punt? Mr. Excitement, TQ Washington. Here's the punt. It's going to take a bounce, and it takes an IT bounce. It's still rolling near the 15, and it's rolling down to about the 13 where it's touchdown right there. That's one way to eliminate Mr. Dangerous TQ Washington. Punt away from him. Why let that guy take the ball? So if things continue the way they are right now, Sam, Bradford hangs on and wins this football game. They have a chance to get in the playoffs. They have to go to Hammondsfield next week, week 9 against Case. But things aren't over for IT yet. They still have one more shot. They've got to win their final game. If they end up losing tonight, they play Horlick at IT, and we'll be there, by the way, on WGTD Facebook Live. So doom and gloom, not yet. Got a ways to go yet.
Definitely. I think even if they do lose this game, like I know several people on this team, they are dedicated. This team they have a strong spirit. They'll definitely try and make a comeback next week against Horlick.
Let's hope so. Darden on the carry, got knocked backwards here by IT. And again, for Bradford, they're in no hurry. This is where you like as an offensive lineman. You like the 3-score lead. You like late in the game. And you just want to pound the ball. No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line of Bradford. Hand off to Darden again. This time he gets hammered right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going for the football. Did they strip it? No, they just gang tackle him on the play. And we're trying to get a number of the player. Was that 56 on the stop for the Hawks? And who's 56?
That is Joe Mathias.
Mathias on the stop. Clock down to about 7 minutes when we get the snap. 34-13. It's a 3rd and 11 for Bradford. So if IT gets a stop here, they'll still have time. Clock still ticking. 6:52 and counting. 34-13. Red Devils. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side for the quarterback. Martin. Martin hands off to Darden. Darden darts up the middle to the 15-yard line where he's hammered down there between the hash marks. Not much running room right there. Good defense by Indian Trail. So the Hawks defense that time, Sam, they rose to the occasion. They got to stop. So Indian Trail will get the football back with the clock continuing to tick. There's still that hope factor yet.
There definitely still is hope.
Going back deep, number 1, Gabe Toronto back deep. Gabe is standing wide. He's backpedaling now at his 49-yard line, and he's a big playmaker. Let's see if he can make something happen here. Bradford's punting near their goal line. They're going to let as much clock as they can go. There's the punt. A nice, short, high punt. Everybody backs away from it. The ball takes a Red Devil bounce to about the 36-yard line, but IT should have this ball in great field position, so don't go away yet. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left, easy for me to say. 34-13. Stay tuned to us next week. We'll be at Indian Trail. The final game is going to be very interesting. Indian Trail with their playoff lives on life support, but on the line against the Horlick Rebels. They still have a shot. There's a handoff to go. The running back falls down. Was that Granucci? Nowhere to go that time. That time Bradford was in the backfield. That's the last thing you want. 5:37 and counting. We just got a final. The Cubs won game 1 against Washington Nationals. So I know my wife will be happy and my son. They're big Cub fans. Of course, I'm a Brewer fan. What can I say? I don't know any better. Jarvis, handoff to Ganushi. He runs into traffic, and he's going to get knocked backwards. Nothing doing for Ganucci. Bradford's defense is really stiffened in this fourth quarter. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties throughout the game. Again, this is our first full season doing WGTD Facebook Live, and Sam's an intern, and she's really stepped up and really helped out, and everyone else that's down there, Troy, we even got the general manager down there and helping us out tonight.
We definitely had a great season, though. Even though we've had some difficulties, we have been able to fix most of them, and we will definitely be working continuously on fixing the rest.
Jarvis's pass way overshot his receiver, and that'll bring up 4th and 16. Clock will stop. But yeah, you're right. We've got a lot of interesting people listening and watching, and it's been a lot of fun. 4th and 16 changed the dynamite, or what's the word I'm looking for? Changed what we do, and it's been a lot of fun. A challenge, but fun. 4th and 16, ball at the 41-yard line. Even changed the way I dress for a football game. All dapper here. So TQ Washington back deep at the 10. Bob would be proud. Here's the punt. A high punt. IT's going to get rid of the football. It's going to roll out of bounds near the, where's it at? 5-yard line, somewhere around there. They're going to call it the 8. All right, so 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. And if Bradford wins this football game, it'll make things interesting on week 9. The season is still alive for the Red Devils. They go to Hammondsville. Case, by the way, won their game last night against Park, if I remember correctly, 21-9. So that'll set things up. Meanwhile, Indian Trail, things aren't over yet. But guess who's coming in next week? The game we're doing. It's Racine Horlick. So that'll be very interesting, as they say. 1st and 10 for Bradford. Ball back at their own 8-yard line. I don't expect Sam much passing here. Back to a running play. That's Bell, Marshawn Bell running on the left side. Still running. Bell. That was Marshawn Bell to about the 15-yard line. 4-13 to the 15. Okay, 15-yard line. Clock winding down here at 4:05 and counting. We won't do a post-game show. We'll just give you the final.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to do a quick minute wrap-up instead of a full post-game show. And we just want to say a final thanks to our sponsors. WGTD Sports Live on Facebook coverage of the Bradford Red Devils versus the Indian Trail Hawks is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Get 2 lines of unlimited data for only $80 a month. Visit Cricket at 3454 52nd Street in Kenosha for more details.
Very good. Bell on the carry on the left side. Not much running room there. So 3:32 are counting in this game. 34-13.
We also want to say thank you to Educators Credit Union for the Teacher in You. Members have 24/7 banking access with Educators mobile app, ECU.com, and Gateway Technical College. Graduating seniors explore tuition-free college through the Gateway Promise program. February 1st, application deadline, gtc.edu.
1st and 10 for Bradford. They picked up another first down. And there's a handoff. Is that Darden? Or no, there's a different running back. There's number. He tried to go to the outside. He gets knocked out at the 25-yard line. Tripped up at the 25-yard line. And that was number 1 on the carry. Evans. Zamari Evans with the carry. 2:53 and counting. 2nd and 5. Pick up a 5. This is the part, if you're the home team, you love. But if you're the visitors of Indian Trail, demoralizing at the end here. There's not much you can do. There's a handoff to Evans. And he gets gobbled up in the backfield, lost the football. Wait a minute. And it looks like the Hawks came away with it. And they did. At the 20-yard line. So 2:34 to go. Let's see, what do you think, Sam? You get a quick score, an onside kick, and who knows?
Even though I don't think we're going to be able to win this game, next week we're definitely going to make a strong comeback against Horlick, or at least try. We have a very spirited team, and, it's been a great game. You saw the first half. Indian Trail was so dedicated and pulled ahead, but Bradford did get us in the second half.
Absolutely, and all set up by that third quarter, 80-yard. There's Jarvis. Jarvis' pass was tipped, but it was all set up by that in the third quarter on that TQ Washington 80-yard kickoff return. That really gave Bradford the momentum they needed in that second half. And that got them going, jump-started them on both sides of the line of scrimmage. So 2:30 left in this one. The only thing left is the final score. Right now it's Bradford 34, Indian Trail 13. Hawks at Bradford's 20-yard line. trying to get a score in here and build the momentum for next week. Granucci on the handoff. Granucci gets gobbled up and pulled back at the 21-yard line. He just got grabbed and shoved backwards. Nowhere to go for Granucci. Again, I thank all our great sponsors throughout the season for us here on Facebook Live, and I thank all our camera crew and the rest of the crew. We'll have Sam give them a quick shout out after this next play here as Indian Trail is getting the play from Coach Hoffman's offense. Jarvis still the quarterback. Brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Two receivers near side, too far. I'll tell you one thing I've seen tonight from Indian Trail, dedication and no quit.
Definitely. I mean, I want to say a good job to Bradford. I am a bit biased, because I have friends on the Indian Trail team and I'm from the school, but Bradford definitely did a great job tonight.
Jarvis pass from the middle to Granucci, incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:43 to go. And why don't you give a quick shout to our crew once again that did a great job in this ugly weather.
Definitely. Thank you to Troy McDonald, our director/producer, Ryan Hilberger on camera, Tone Rand on camera, Dave Cole, our general manager, is also here with us, and I am Sam Reeves on audio.
Then we got Chad Bergenson, Kevin Polchak providing stats and helping us keep our eyes and ears open here. On count, Jarvis, third down throw. He's got a man in the end zone. Gabe Tornado, did he catch it? He got it, touchdown, Gabe Tornado. But wait a minute, was there flags down? Touchdown, no flags. I thought someone said flags. So 34-19. Now, do you go for two or do you go for the extra point? Let's see what they're going to do. No, they're going to kick the extra point. Interesting here. So Laurent will kick the extra point.
Jake Laurent.
Laurent, yep, Jake Laurent. Laurent will attempt the extra point. He missed one in the first quarter. There's the kick by Laurent. Splits the uprights. It's good. So now, 1:38 to go in the contest, and it's now 34-20 in favor of the Bradford Red Devils. We'll do a quick post-game show, and we'll let Sam once again give a thank you to our sponsors one more time. We thank all of you for providing great service for our broadcast team this year.
Definitely. Thank you to our sponsors. WGTD Sports Live on Facebook. Coverage of the Bradford Red Devils versus the Indian Trail Hawks is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Get a free phone when you make the switch. Visit Cricket at 3454 52nd Street in Kenosha for more details. Educators Credit Union, for the teacher in you. Membership open to anyone who lives or works in the state of Wisconsin. ECU.com. And Gateway Technical College. Be prepared for your future with employer-endorsed career education at Gateway Technical College, gtc.edu.
And again, Sam, I want to thank you for jumping in and helping me out tonight.
You're
doing
welcome.
a yeomanship job. And Sam didn't know I was going to make her do more work than she thought.
I definitely did not. I thought I was only going to be doing live readings for our sponsors, but I've had fun tonight, and I think I've done an all right job.
You did. You gave us a different insight. I know if Bob's listening in Florida, I'm sure he's smiling right now. Probably having another drink. Don't have too much, my friend. Yeah, as Kevin said, Bob's probably golfing at night. Bob probably found a way to get a round of 9 in somewhere.
Probably.
So here we go. You can know what's going to happen here. An onside kick. Here's the onside kick. It rolls to the left side, and it looks like Bradford got it, the hands team. So Bradford got the onside kick, and now basically they can run the clock out, Sam, get out of here. Bradford will win this football game. And Bradford looking really quickly here. Bradford with the win will go 5-3 overall now, and they'll even up their conference record 3-3. Meanwhile, the Hawks will drop to 5-6 and 4-4. But again, things aren't all over for Indian Trail yet. They'll have one more shot to make the playoffs. They need one win. So it comes down to the game we're broadcasting next Friday night at Indian Trail. We'll be there against the Hoare Lake Rebels, the team that knocked out Indian Trail in the playoffs last year, 56-0. So Evans on the carry, and Evans gets knocked back. And for Bradford, they need one more win to get in the playoffs also, and they'll go on the road at Hammett's Field to take on the Case Eagles team, and the Case Eagles team is feeling pretty good. They've got 4 wins, the most wins they've had in a couple of, years. So Should be interesting. A timeout. Interesting here. With 1:30 to go, 2nd and 9 to go, 34-20. And I can't believe it. Week 8 already in the high school football season. You know, you talk about, you get excited for the season, Sam, and it's like, well, look at your school year already. You're already in October already, and
Yeah, it's already been a month. I remember ending of last year, like looking forward to the fall, like for this season, and it's already almost over. But we do have basketball coming up soon, so I'm really excited for that.
and Bob's probably hoping for spring to come, so more golf.
Probably.
So 1:30 to go, 34-20, and I didn't see this coming. I really didn't. It was 13-6 Indian Trail, if I remember correctly, at halftime.
Yeah,
and
it was.
I told you that Indian Trail left points off the board. And here comes Bradford now. 2nd and 9, ball at midfield. Tony Martin, handoff to Zamari Evans. He gets tackled in the backfield. Nice tackle. Who was that? 55 on the stop for the Hawks. And 55 is St. Julian. They switched numbers around. Chad caught that. That was a good job going down there and doing that for us. And I left him do it by himself, and he did a yeomanship job. 1:26 to go. That brings up a 3rd and, were they spotting it? Back in midfield? Yeah, they spotted it back at the 50-yard line. So the only thing left again is the final score. Bradford will win this football game. They've picked up a couple of wins in a row now. They really got things going in the right direction, and Bradford needs one more win under Coach Matt Rizzo, his 5th year, and what a job Coach Rizzo has done. But I want to give credit to Coach Hoffman for Indian Trail, too. Indian Trail lost a lot of players to graduation, and in fact, their quarterback, Jared Wenberg, went down, and I think again earlier this year he got hurt.
He broke his clavicle.
Yep, and what a job that they've done. They picked up Jarvis. Jarvis has really stepped up for this offense. Barn, handoff to Evans. Evans trying to go wide. Cuts inside, and he gets near the 48-yard line, and why not? Minute 20 to go, a flag comes down. We've had a plethora of flags tonight. And
Plethora.
but the penalties and the lights out situation. But as Sam noted earlier, the theme for their homecoming was...
It was blackout, so it was extremely ironic that we had a power outage. And I mean, it kind of just fits for tonight.
Yeah. I mean, that was weird. You're looking across, it was almost like you couldn't hardly see anything, but you seen the lights on the south. It was really kind of a strange situation. I mean, different. But two crosstown rivals going at it, and it's been interesting. Bradford's beaten. What are they, the city-town champion this year? Because they beaten Tremper earlier this year. We did that game, and now they've beaten IT. So 4th and 10, and Bradford decides to punt the football back to Indian Trail. And I can't say enough thank you to this our crew, really doing a great job for getting us on the air for most of the game. I'll give my credit, and I give credit to our listeners that have really been adding some good comments to us, and we enjoy doing that. It's a lot of fun on a Friday night. Why not? It gets you escape away from the real world out there, and we were talking earlier, we touched on what's going on in Vegas. Here's the punt. Got it away. It takes a bounce. Trickles down to about the 33-yard line, and that's why we look forward to this, hanging out on a Friday night and trying to get your mind off of, things going on, like school, and, us work. And
Definitely after a long week of school and work, it's just nice to be able to work with this crew. We've all gotten pretty close over this season. It's just a nice time, like a nice way to enter the weekend.
And I take my hat off across the field. Indian Trail really had a nice turnout tonight.
They really did.
So here comes the Hawks. One final time with the football with 1:11 to go, down 34-20. Two receivers come out to the near side. Far side, easy for me to say. Alex Jarvis, the quarterback. Is that Grant in the backfield? I know it's not Carducci. Play action. Jarvis got pressure. Jarvis breaks away, and he can't break it farther away. He tried to get another escape, but he gets tackled down near the 33-yard line. Clock ticking, under a minute to go in this one. Week 8 coming to an end. Wow.
It's crazy.
Quickly yeah, you're right, Sam. It's weird. Back to pass, Jarvis. He throws far side. Did he get his man? He got him. Out of bounds. at around the 45-yard line. Did you get a number, Chad? Or no, did they rule incomplete? They ruled incomplete. Good catch by Chad. So it's 2nd and 9 with 45 seconds to go. Any other thank yous you want to thank out here tonight?
Dave Cole's actually on camera right now. I think he took over for Tone for a few minutes, so that's definitely something. So shout out to Dave for doing that, and just want to say thank you to our crew again for coming out here in this terrible weather and just being here for us.
And thank you, and I thank Chad Bergenson, my good friend, and also my best friend Kevin Polchak for all the work they do, and everyone else that really helped us out tonight. Thank the Kenosha News for mentioning us in the paper, doing a nice job. Really good article today, and we're under 20 seconds. And I want to thank the crew again for really all the technical difficulties we had and stuff tonight. And we'll let Sam do a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Thank you to Troy McDonald, our director/producer, Ryan Hilberger on camera, Tone Rand on camera, Dave Cole, our general manager, is out here again, and I'm Sam Reeves on audio. Also, I want to say thank you to Bob. He's in Florida right now, but he's been messaging us with updates and trying to keep everybody on Facebook updated as well when we were having technical difficulties.
Well, a quick final score. Let's mention it, Sam. Let's turn around here. It's 34-20, your final score here on Week 8 in favor of the Bradford Red Devils. Their season continues at Case next week. One more win for them. They're in the playoffs for Indian Trail. It's not over yet. Week 9, they're going to be taking on Horlick Rebels at Indian Trail. We'll be at that game next week, Sam, and I want to thank you again for filling in.
No
Great,
problem.
Awesome job tonight, and it's been a lot of fun, but the homecoming team wins. The Bradford Red Devils, their season continues. For Bill Fritsch,
Sam
Reeves, thank you. Please enjoy the rest of the weekend, and hopefully we'll have you back on next week. Should be a lot of fun. Indian Trail and Horlick on WGTD Facebook Live. Thank you for listening and watching.